My name is DC. I'll be giving a match analysis for the game of Ghana versus Chad. Let's get into this one. Alright, this one, I actually moved a bit too much forward because the goal was scored earlier. Yeah, should be somewhere here. Alright, so this goal is the definition of ping pong in the box. There was a lot of ping pong. So it comes from a free throw, and the header guides it to Semenyo, who traps it, tries to shoot, keeper saves it, but this is just persistence. Persistence is what led to this goal. Let me move forward a bit. I think somewhere here. No, I was wrong again. Okay, cross into the box. There was a lot happening in this game. There was a lot. Ish. Here, I'm just looking for the second goal. Alright, here it is. Thank goodness. Alright, so this stems from a free kick. This is a lovely routine because as everyone is out here guarding the box, there comes a player. Because boom, everyone here is marking. He could have taken liberty to go and mark this guy. I'm surprised none of his teammates made the shout to say there's a free man, because he is definitely in the vicinity to take care of this. Fortunately enough, the shot gets blocked, but here he has too much space to take the time to trap the ball, look up, then look back down to pull in the cross, and then you have so many people unmarked at the back post, and lovely header, lovely goal. Boom, simple. And nothing much you can do about that. Comes from across. He scores it. Yeah. That's a lovely set. That's a good set piece routine. Yeah, this is so much of a foul because sometimes what players will do, they'll push the ball to the extent they will not catch it. But as long as they bait you into tackling them, that's good enough for them. Here, Ayuk with the penalty. Lovely. Not much the keeper could do there. Let's move it forward a bit. This stems from a free kick. Yeah, that was too much high. So right now I'm looking for the last few goals that were scored in this game. Quickly takes advantage of it. I think this is the free kick. Yeah, we actually went backwards. I wonder how. Because I'm seriously wondering how we went backwards. Another goal and nothing much to... yeah. Let's just see how this stems from a corner. There's a mixture. Okay, there's a lot of man-to-man marking. Oof, I've even forgot to open this. There's also the fact that he is covering him, just in case someone has the idea to shoot from far. And that's a free header, because that is a free header. Who was supposed to mark him? So, this guy, that's where he gets caught out. As the ball is coming in the air, he's passing through the air, he completely forgets about the man he's marking. He focuses much more on the ball than on the person he was supposed to mark. So that person that he was marking just takes a step back, and then now he is free in open space. And just like that, the keeper tries to rush out. Nothing much he could do. And yeah, that's such... But you would expect him to score, but that's very surprising marking. Very, very shocking. Because look at this, because here, they are together. But he just takes a step back, the defender completely forgets him, doesn't even bother to follow. And yeah, maybe if the keeper didn't rush out, because I do feel if he was here, he would have been in position to catch the ball, because here he can't really do much since it's point blank and then he's rushed out, so his reaction time reduces. But if he was here, I do feel he would have caught it because the header was mainly central. So yeah, there's that. Alright, let's search for the last goal of the match, because Ghana here had a lot of fun. Should have actually scored more. Okay, the keeper claims. We're just looking for the last of the 5 goals that were scored in this match. This is a different corner routine. Oof. Yeah, that's a nice flick. Unfortunately, it goes out. Yeah, they did put the keeper under a lot of pressure. That's one thing I like. At least just say we tried to score. Yeah, I could say they did take in that moment the 2 corners of sin. Yeah, they took their best chance. All right, so there's another instance I can analyze. Sorry if I'm sounding tired, because I am tired. I really do want to sleep. Alright, so a ball is played into the bar. A ball is played into space here. But if you look at it, there should be enough to deal with it because he is also running across. Also, as these two move here, yes, there's this guy. There's a possibility that this guy will be free. But there seems to be enough players to cover with this because he's not really marking anyone. So he can just check his shoulder and then see, oh, he's alone, and follow him. But let's see what happens as we move along. Ball is played here, and as I suspected, he is very much alone. No one is marking him, and he has so much space to do whatever he wants. And then there's also this person here that's making a run. Let's play it forward. Yeah, and like this too, he could have passed to anyone he wanted. And the fact that, because they could have defended this. Because here, so the problem that he makes is that he doesn't trust his defender, because this guy here should have stuck with him, because the defender here has the player turned behind his back. The only thing that this player can do here is pass it to his teammate here. The only thing he can do is take the ball back. But unfortunately, the player here decides to try and be clever, but he forgets that even in the position that he's in right now, Ayu won't just pass it. Ayu can see the player that's passing here. He'll just flick it to him so that he can have a chance on goal. So this guy here should have sticked with him, because if he sticks with him, Ayu doesn't make the pass. Yeah, and then he has a free shot on goal. And then just like that. So easy. So easy. But if the defender decides to just stick to his man, that goal doesn't happen. Oh, sorry, I went back. Okay, they celebrated for quite the amount of time. Yeah. Because, yeah, I think this is a much better angle. Because if I understand he's being clever, but if you commit to such, make sure you get the ball. Make sure you do not give him any angle. Just make sure you rush him down. Because if you don't, you're better off following the person that you left, because he'll make a run. Because look what happens here. He runs the wrong way. Because in this case, he's supposed to run. Okay, he was here. He was supposed to run in this direction so that he cuts out any possible ball that leads into this space. Because right now, you are protecting the space. At this particular point, you're protecting the space because someone can run into the space. So he was supposed to run in this direction, so he blocks off Ayu's angle to the pass. But instead, he runs in the opposite direction, allowing Ayu to see the man running and to flick, and it allows him to flick the ball into him. He flicks the ball, he takes a touch, and then he scores a goal. And maybe the defense could have been tighter there. Yeah, maybe the defense could have been tighter. Otherwise, this was a very, very good, glorious day for Ghana. They scored 5 goals. Yeah, maybe I'm sure there's a lot of lessons to learn from Chad here. Otherwise, that's been it. My match analysis. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.